Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome to another reading of the Elder Scrolls. Today, we'll be continuing the Vampires of the Iliac Bay series. It's only a two-part series, but anyway. With Vampires of the Iliac Bay Part 2 by Anonymous. I told in the first chapter of my story how I became a vampire of my first kill. While it might, and indeed should, horrify the reader that my first victim was a friend of the mortal I used to be, it is my understanding that they are not uncommon first kills. I left the snow-white corpse in the alley and ran to the only place I felt perversely safe, the mausoleum. For the first couple of days of my undeath, I starved myself while I considered my fate. I relearned what I was capable of doing, and found that I was stronger, faster, tougher, and more agile than before. I had powers that, as a knight, I had only seen powerful mages wield. Later, I discovered additional abilities, such as a total immunity to disease, hopefully when descending on a plague-stricken city like a jackal. I also found my weaknesses. I could no longer stand in the light of the sun. Exposure to it for longer than a few seconds burned me terribly. It also pained me to enter temples and other places of worship. The worst effect, of course, had to be my bloodlust. If I did not kill a warm-blooded creature once a night and drink its blood, my hunger would gnaw at me, and any wounds I suffered would not heal no matter how much I rested. Is this the moment for me to admit that there was a time I loved being a blood-sucking creature of the night? It is not impossible to live only at night, merely occasionally inconvenient. And I wouldn't have to kill humans every night. Merely warm-blooded creatures. Orcs have a delicious, rich, brothy blood. Rats are a little sweet for the only meal of the night. Werewolves are a real treat. Almost decadent. Between human and beast. A real gourmet's delight. About a month after I died, I was having the best time of my life. One night, I received a letter from someone who said he was family. Curious, I went to visit him at his tavern and was told about the tribe of vampires to which I belonged, the Montalion. In return for me performing certain duties for the family, the man at the inn would train me in my vampiric abilities and skills. Though I never got very much detail, I surmised that the two main differences between the different vampire clans is geography and powers. Montalion alone have the gift of teleportation, but the other 8 have powers of their own. My mentor, that is the title he used, would congratulate me after each mission I performed, and came to trust me more and more. If asked, he would tell me about the Montalion's newest alliances, who they were manipulating, who they were stalking. It was then I started to become frightened at last. They and all their rival clans were draining the blood of Tamriel itself. I panicked. I had to find a cure, but nowhere could I find any book or rumor suggesting that vampirism is anything but permanent. So I resolved to kill myself, but I wanted to bring the Montalion down with me. I joined guilds they opposed and failed any mission given to me. Spectacular. I thought my mentor would turn against me, but he only became quieter, less forthcoming with information, never violent. He was not concerned. He had probably seen vampires like me before. Here's why he never attacked me. Immortals can afford to be eternally patient. At last, he refused to give me any further missions. He wouldn't even talk with me. But he never left his tavern. I could come and go, and he'd watch but never talk. That's when I got another letter. There are several of us, you see, former vampires who know what to look for. We are patient too. We learned it in our unlife. We watch and listen, and anonymously contact the vampires we know wish to end the curse. Ending the curse is possible, but only just. It is very dangerous, but when you are cursed, the only real danger is no escape. Is that... Oh, that's it. Oh. Okay. That was Vampires of the Iliac Bay, Part 2. I'm not sure if we're going to get to our destination by tomorrow. But if we do, then we'll do that. And if we don't, then we'll read another book. Yeah. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.